Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about, do I regret buying the Charger RT? Do I wish I would have opted for something a little bit nicer like the 392? But first we actually need to fill up. We only have 33 miles left, so I'm going to go fill up really quick. Then I guess when I pick up the camera again, we'll start talking about it. I have 4 main points that I want to address with this video, and I'm interested to hear you guys' opinion as well. So make sure, if you disagree with anything or if you agree, make sure to leave a comment down below. And I look forward to seeing your opinion. Surprisingly, gas prices are not terrible right now, so it's pretty good, you know. It's still not pleasant, but could be worse. Alrighty, cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's very awkward filming in front of people. By no means is, I don't know. I'm just not the type of person to like really film in front of people. So it's very awkward, especially talking to yourself like this. But, you know, we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. So let's see. But no, let's wait until we actually pass this. Cool. Alrighty, so let's get into the video. So I have 4 main points that I want to address with this. So point number 1, it's going to be the price. So when looking at, you know, new vehicles, let's compare a brand new Charger RT to a brand new Scat, right? Scat these days are going easily for like mid 50s to 60K, 60K in some cases. So, oh my gosh, this guy's slow. So with that said, I don't know if it's you know, logical to go out, if this is like, you know, something that you're going to be, we'll get into this too, if this is something you're going to be dailying, I don't know if it's logical to go and like spend 60K on a car that you're planning on racking up a ton of miles on straight off the bat, especially if you're like in your early 20s and stuff too. It's just a lot of liability when it comes to like insurance, when it comes to, you know, the payments, and if you're not even settled in your career yet too, you're going to be moving around either from job to job or like trying to finish school and stuff. So, you know, you don't want to be stressed out too much when it comes to dealing with a huge payment, especially on something that's like, you know, your first nice car. So whenever I purchased this vehicle, this is actually a used vehicle, but I got a really good deal. Like I said, a brand new one was probably going to go for like, whenever I went to like go look around this past December, they were going for like mid 40s for an RT, right? So I ended up going with a used RT, and I got it, you know, I don't know if I'll make a video probably later on talking about like how much I paid and everything for it, but the price really is a great deal, you know. Miles are good, so that's why that was one of the decisions that I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go with an RT versus getting like a used Scat, versus getting, you know, into a brand new Scat or a brand new RT. It just made sense price wise to go with this, considering that, you know, this is a vehicle that I'm planning on putting a lot of miles onto, that I use for a daily driver, that I you know, if I'm spending 40K on a vehicle, it better have everything that I want, right? I would want to get, you know, the seats that I want. I would want to get like the black top hat, like every little like detail that I want. If I'm spending $40,000 versus if I'm spending like anywhere under that, okay, I have a little bit more wiggle room in like what accessories I would want with the vehicle. So moving into point number 2, totally forgot what I wrote. So saving at the pump. So we just filled up. The fill up right now was only like, you know, we're gonna round down. It was 44.10, but like 40 bucks. I'm doing this approximately like 1 time a week, but then again, I do drive a ton, and I'm not even like aggressive really when it comes to my driving. Like think earlier before I put it on sports mode underneath the bridge. That was whoops. Hold up. I don't know if y'all can see the cop, but I don't know if it's illegal to record with the GoPro so while driving. So, you know, just gonna stick on the feeder for right now. My fault about that, guys. But yeah, no, as I was saying, so point number 2 for me is gonna be either how much I'm saving at the pump. So I think with the Scat, I want to say the sticker says that it gets approximately like 15 miles city and then maybe 18 to 20 highway. I know with this and the RT, like my driving styles vary, right? If you're not going, you know, crazy, like pushing it, I'm pretty sure you can average better numbers than I have. Like right now, I think I'm at like 15. Before this fill up, I was at like 15.2. So pretty much varies. Like if you're not on the gas heavily, it drops into a 4-cylinder mode. So you'll be good when it comes to saving. When it comes to saving gas, I think my fill ups right now, I'm filling up probably, you know, once a week, maybe twice, depending again on how far I'm driving or if I'm driving, you know, a little bit less conservatively. But if I'm just cruising like this, I'm in that 4-cylinder right now. Most of the time I just drop it into the cruise control and I'm chilling. Also, this stems back something I wanted to talk about at the end of the video, but before I actually got into an RT, I had a V6, so an SXT. It was a 2018, not a GT, just normal little V6 body style, but I noticed a slight difference when it comes to how often I'm filling up now with the RT, obviously, but it's not too far off, and that's something that, you know, what is another huge deal for me. Being that like, you know, I'm driving around a lot, whether it's to work or to school, I don't want to be, you know, stressed out when it comes to having to fill up or like spend all of my money on gas. I want to have a little bit of a cushion in that sense. The third part, or the third point that I want to make today kind of stems off of what we were just talking about, but yeah, my driving habits right now. So I'm driving around the city a lot. I need something that's going to be reliable, right? I personally, you know, this is a V8. I hear a lot of people like bash the RT. The RT is still something to be, you know, respected. It's an entry-level V8. By no means it's not a Scat, it's not a Hellcat, right? It doesn't have that same amount of power, but I would argue that it's more reliable in the sense in comparison to a Scat. When I think of a Scat, you know, you have to think about, that's a performance muscle car, right? You need to have some money saved up in case you need to buy new rotors, buy new brakes, you know, XYZ. Like that's in my opinion, like that's a, you know, like a high-end type of vehicle. So in terms of it being, you know, equal when it comes to reliability to that of an RT, it could vary. Staying on I-10, cool. Yeah, no, it varies. So that's another reason that I went with the RT. I can probably beat it up a little bit more, put a little bit more miles in it and have less problems in the long run. If I wasn't driving around as much, or if I, you know, was more stagnant, or if I had like a daily driver, right? I know a lot of people have a Scat, but they also have like a daily vehicle. I had a friend that actually had an RT and then had like a daily as well. But I think, you know, when you're driving a V8, depending on how you're driving it, depending on how far you're driving, right, every day, that's pretty much going to be the determinative. Like, okay, like let me have another vehicle just so that I don't like put as much wear and tear onto my main vehicle. Where I feel with the RT, like that limit is a little bit more. It can take a little bit more. You know, because it's that entry-level V8. And then my last point today is going to be the body style. So the body style of the RT, you're getting the SRT package, right? You know, whereas like with the V6, like it's, in my opinion, like I had a V6. I'll actually post a picture of it on the screen. But I had to do a lot to that car, right? By no means it was never gonna be SRT Body Style. I wasn't gonna like go out and like buy a new bumper, buy a new hood. I also wanted to be true to the V6 body style, but you know, this is a nice car, right? Also, motorcycle guy coming up. This is a nice car. It definitely gets looks. You get compliments. I get way more compliments in this than I did on my last car, and this is like bone stock. That's gonna be the 4 reasons that sort of led me to go with the RT over going with the Scat. If you disagree, or if you like have any comments on any of the points that I made, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. Without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.